Hi, you guys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all okay. I was sat there. It's been a while since I've done a little video in the car, so I thought I would have a little drive, a mellow little drive, and do a little recording. Because I was sat there and I was thinking, I was actually talking to the wife, and I was talking about, I was banging on about spirituality like I normally do, trying to figure out the questions of the universe, as we all do on this spiritual awakening. And I was trying to work out how the existence of God, an unconditional love, a divine energy, a divine intelligence, or an ultra super intelligence, a creator, how the existence of a creator can seem so out there to people. It can seem so woo-woo, because once you discover the existence of God and Jesus, and you actually see physical evidence with your own eyes and go through spiritual experiences through meditation, once you actually go through that yourself personally, which millions of us have done, millions and millions, it's more than you've been led to believe. Trust me, it's a lot more. When you go through that yourself, the existence of a creator who designed this universe, the world we live in, the laws of gravity, the laws of physics, designed literally the way science works, the way consciousness works, the way our bodies work. When you see it's so obvious, the love we have for our children, the love we have for our smelly little fluffy animals that don't do anything for us, okay, apart from look cute. But I mean, we go out of our way, most people a lot of us are animal lovers, absolute animal lovers, because animals and nature are pure expressions of consciousness. They are what they are. They are such pure expressions of consciousness. It's like being with God themselves, being with unconditional love. No, you show me an animal that is full of hate. Show me an animal that's just full of hate. It might be full of something that we perceive to be violence because it wants to survive in a natural world where, survival is important to eat and it's based off instinct. But even that big grizzly bear or that lion or that thing we think of as scary, that wolf that can, tear another animal to pieces, that thing we think is violent or vicious, that same animal is doing that to feed its family, to feed its children, to feed its loved ones. It's doing that to look after its family because it loves. Animals love just like people love. And why do we love? Why do we love? And that's where it becomes obvious that there's an unconditional love that is running through everything, because otherwise it makes no sense. Nothing makes sense without God. Once you realise what God truly is, God isn't a man with a big beard sitting on a throne judging you, sending people to heaven and sending people to hell for believing in certain things. That isn't what God is. God is an energy, a pure energy, and God is the energy of love. But a love so great that human beings have no idea, cannot comprehend the type of love that is waiting for us when we pass over back to the spiritual realms. Humans can't even comprehend. Now, when I had my near-death experience at 6 years old, 5-6 years old I was, when I died briefly from an asthma attack, I was only on the other side, it felt like, a minute most, 30 seconds to a minute. Now, I didn't experience unconditional love in the way it's been experienced in other NDEs, because I don't feel like I've actually passed too far over. I don't feel like I actually passed too far over to the other side. I definitely left my body and was on the other side and met an angel and saw another spiritual being who I still not 100% sure who that was, and saw souls in the distance. But I wasn't there long enough to get into the realms of unconditional love. But it was definitely better than Earth. How Earth was, how I perceived Earth to be at the time. Earth felt very sticky, heavy, yucky, because I was young at the time. So the words when I was talking to this angel telepathically, I was describing Earth as, I don't want to go back there because it's yucky down there, it's horrible down there, and I could feel the energy wanting to pull me back. This you know, that horrible feeling you get sometimes if someone runs their hand over a chalkboard, or if you run cotton buds in your finger. I had that feeling about Earth. It was an uncomfortable, yucky feeling, and I did not want to come back, but the angel said I'd be okay, and as soon as I trusted the angel, I came back. But anyway, that's a completely different story. You can find my story on my near-death experience, where I go into a lot of detail. You can find out on my channel. I explain all about the clouds, where I was, the dimensions of the clouds, how big it was in the area that I was in, exactly what I was seeing. So yeah, go to, if you like near-death experiences, they're absolutely 100% real, by the way. I know because I've had one. And why lie about something like that? So why would anyone risk being called an idiot, a nutter, lose your friends, your family, work colleagues look at you like you're insane? You know, people, so many people who haven't been through spiritual experience, or just don't even entertain the idea that there could be an afterlife. People that have been brought up with just the blinders on, which is all part of the game of life, by the way. We go through the veil, and the veil is designed to make us forget. It's what we have, temporary amnesia, and part of the game is, can we remember? And one of the ways we remember is through trauma, and this is something you start discovering through spirituality, and start if you can just start sitting still for 5 minutes a day with your eyes closed and just stop your thoughts for a bit, that's a great start, because the human brain is taking in thousands of thousands, hundreds of thousands of pieces of information daily. It's running around your head, songs on the radio, TV programs, you know, what you've got to eat for dinner, shopping, bills, school runs, I mean, you name it, your brain's thinking about it all the blooming time. Once you turn that off is when you can start to hear God, when you start to see things. You turn off the human brain, you're left with your soul. And your soul knows how to meditate. Your soul knows how to be in higher vibrational realms, how to see things, how to experience things the human brain just cannot. And I guarantee if you gave it 3 months of your life, that's what it took me, 3 months of meditating about 4 times a week for half an hour, so 2 hours meditation a week for 12 weeks, and I started having spiritual experiences. And in fact, they started becoming so powerful, it actually scared me, because I've got no training in any of this. I'm all self-taught, and when I've had visions and everything, it's just something that we already have the gifts inside us. This is what I try and tell everyone. You don't need to be a guru sitting on a mountain for 40 years, or you don't have to be Jesus Christ to be able to have miracles happen to you. We all have spiritual gifts inside of our body. We are souls. Every single person. I don't care if you're working in Asda, or you sweep the roads, or you're a multi-millionaire, or you're a business owner, or you're unemployed, or you've never had a job in your life. You are just as powerful as Jesus Christ and the other ascended masters. You are just as powerful as Yogananda, Prada, what's his name? Yogananda, Pradananda. Yeah, all the great gurus, getting tongue-tied up there. You've got loads of Babaji, you know, archangels, you know, all these great saints that have come to earth and inhabited a human form to show us they're not all fake people. This is the other thing. When you hear of these great saints, so many people assume that it's all some sort of fairy tale. These are historically written, you know, there's historical records and events written from thousands of years ago that have been discovered, and these people existed on planet Earth in a physical form, and they came down to show us the possibility of what human beings can do. Now, if you can't get past believing that there's a God, you ain't going to believe anything I've just said at all. you're going to think I'm just completely barmying off me nut. And that's fine, because not everyone's here to awaken at the same time. However, there is a massive chunk of humanity that is awakening. And this year, the amount of people that are awakening is going to tip the scales to the highest it's ever been, ever, in the history of the universe. Because Gaia is awakening, our planet Earth is awakening with us. So many people are awakening. And what's happened is, while getting back to the original point of the video, everyone has been so conditioned to believe that God isn't real because of religion. And religion, we can't bash all religions. So much good is in religion. But the problem with religion is it's separation, and it's judgmental, and it doesn't include every single person on planet Earth as a divine piece of God, where spirituality is inclusive. Everyone's welcome. I don't care your sexuality, your creed, your race. I do not care what you've done, your mistakes you've made. I don't care of your achievements or your failures. I don't care about any of that. You are perfect and a unique, unconditional piece of the divine, and I love you for that. I genuinely have love for every single living being in this universe, because without a single one of you, this universe would not be perfect. And it has to have you in it, has to have all of us in it to be a perfect universe, because we are all part of the perfect plan. You take a thread, you take one single thread out of a great tapestry, and the whole tapestry starts to fall apart. That's what we are. We are individual, unique, beautiful pieces of thread in the tapestry of life. That's what we are. And each one of us is needed in our own unique way, from the good to the bad. It makes a perfect, beautiful plan that, once again, humans aren't clever enough with our human brains to even begin to understand. But we will all remember when we go back to our spirit bodies, when we pass over, once we've given up the amnesia, what we had for 70, 80, 90 years, once we go beyond the veil into our true state of being, into our energetic, electrical bodies, our spiritual bodies, all of our memories will come back online, and we'll be like, oh yeah, how did I ever believe I was that little human being down there on Earth? How did I buy into that? Well, because there are very, very knowledgeable entities in power that know of spirituality. Do you really think the people at the top of the food chain, top of the human food chain that are running the world, right? They put the all-seeing eye on the currency of money. They put the Great Pyramids with the top removed off the top, right? They put all these little signs of spirituality, and the other side, they put it all over the place as if to laugh in our faces. They put it all over the place as if to laugh in our faces, because they know our power, but they don't want us to know our power. So you're conditioned from birth to believe that you are your name, born here, your age, this is your date of birth, and you go to this school, and these are your friends, and that's your family, and you're only good enough to work here, and you're going to work all your life, and you're going to die. And that's you, done and used up. You're done. Not even a single breath's chance to relax and find out you're a soul, until you get yourself in a situation where you stop caring about having the latest phone, you stop caring about having the latest car, you stop caring about going on holiday 3 times a year. You sit back, you work a little part-time job, you relax, you have an equal amount of relaxation to work time, and you go inside and you discover who you truly are. And that's what this channel is all about, discovering who we truly are. You have been conditioned to believe that you are not powerful, that you are just a mere human being, and the only thing you're good for is to work, you know, and die. And that's how they see you at the top, as commodities, people to pay taxes while they sit on the beach and rake in billions of people's hard-earned money while they sit there on the beach or go skiing in the Alps for the 5th time this year. So don't buy into that way of life, because that life quickly becomes unfilling. How many times can you go skiing or sit on a beach? How many houses can you buy? How many parties can you have? How many trips can you have? How many cars can you own? Until it just becomes boring and unfulfilling. That's why they're always chasing the next. Some of these people have got so much money that they actually couldn't spend it in their lifetime if they tried. They could buy every country, every island going, and they would still be earning too much money. But it isn't about that anymore. They have lost who they truly are. We have to remember that happiness starts from in here. You know, happiness, you could put a miserable person in a 10-bedroom house. They're still going to be miserable. Okay? Happiness starts from in here. And if we can just look inside ourselves and remember the love that is all around us, happiness would soon follow. I promise that. Ultimately, remember to just love your friends and your family and those around you. Love yourself. Love the animals. Love the planets. Love the stars. And just love being alive. And you can't go too far wrong. And if you've liked this video, please like and subscribe to this channel. It helps the channel grow and it helps get the message out there. And that's what we're trying to do here, is get the message of love out there. There's so much negativity on planet Earth that I'm trying to anchor in as much light and positivity as I can. This is my mission on planet Earth. Nothing else to me matters. Nothing else to me matters. Would I like to own one of these apartment buildings? I mean, yeah, it'd be cool, but does my happiness depend on it? No. My happiness depends on spreading the message of love. I don't care if they call me crazy. I don't care if people think I'm insane. That's absolutely fine. I love them anyway. And on that note, I will never, ever, ever stop trying to spread the message of love and unity here on planet Earth. And I want to thank you for being down here on Earth with me and all of us at this great time of awakening. It can be tough, but it is absolutely beautiful. And if there's one thing we like on Earth, it's a little bit of beauty. So till next time, please take care. Much love. Goodbye for now, and I will see you soon. Take care.
There's not much to do when all I can is thinking about you. Not doing well, don't know where you are, 'cause you're not here. It's been way too long.